faith that will strengthen you for the future, a strength that will bless you, encourage you, build you up, that when the bad days come, you'll not have to worry, because you know who holds your tomorrows, who holds your life. Hannah knew she can come to God, and only God could open her womb, and God did. But what does she do with the blessing? Don't you think so? Her husband would say, now look, you wanted a child so badly. How come you're just giving this child up? But the husband was a man of faith, and he understood the wife's greatest joy was to have a child, but the greatest joy was to give back to God what God had blessed her. Let's get honest for a few minutes. I know that Hannah made the right investments in a family, in a faith, and in the future. She exhibited a life of faith which is cut above the ordinary. However, what she did is a challenge to you and me today. What kind of investments are you making in the lives of those around you? Whether you know it or not, you are investing every day you live. What kind of dividends will those investments pay in return? We have Samuel. He blessed not only the nation, but a generation, and turned people's face towards the God of heaven and earth. I pray that God will help us to be like Hannah, that will know how to take all that God gives us, to make it a tremendous investment, and bring it back at the feet of Jesus Christ and say, here, Lord. We sometimes hold on too much, too tightly, and yet God has to pry our fingers to let go. Sometimes we make idol of the very thing God has blessed us with, instead of letting God do what he should be doing with the blessing he has sent our way. I pray that God will just touch your heart, my heart, with the truth of his word. And I just want to say again, happy Mother's Day. You are so vital in God's economy. God does his most wonderful work through you mothers. Don't lose that opportunity. I know some of you despair and say, my children are grown and they are away from the Lord. Listen, they can run away from you and from me, but they can never run away from the Lord. So put God after them. Pray for them. Bring them before the Lord. And then sit back and watch what God is able to do. He is able to do more than we can even be able to think of, because he's God. I pray God give you a wonderful Mother's Day this year, despite of the coronavirus and all that, despite of not being able to get together with all your children. I pray that God will send his blessing in a special way to you this Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, folks. Father, again, we come to this day of celebrating Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020. Lord, none of us know what lies beyond the wall of tomorrow. But we know, like Hannah, we can trust in you fully. Like Hannah, we can stand up for the truth. Like Hannah, we can display a faith that will shake the head of the world around us. And then, Father, the world can see Christ in us, the hope of glory. Thank you for your goodness, your mercy, and your love. Bless us even today. For in Jesus' name we pray.